In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. It wearies me. You say it wearies you, but how I caught it, found it, came by it, what stuff 'tis made of, whereof 'tis born, I am to learn. And such a want-wit sadness makes me, that I have much ado to know myself.
Your mind is tossing on the ocean, there where your argosies with portly sail do overhear the petty trackers.
Believe me, man, had I such a venture forth, the better part of my affection should be with my hopes abroad. I should still be peering at maps for roads and piers and ports and anything that might make me fear misfortune to my ventures out of doubt would make me sad.
My wind cooling my broth would blow me to an ague when I thought what harm a wind too great might do at sea. Shall I have the thought to think on this? And shall I lack the thought that such a thing perchance might make me sad? But tell not me, for I know Antonio is sad to think upon her merchandise.
Believe me, no. I thank my fortune for it. My ventures are not in one bottom trusted. Therefore, my merchandise makes me not sad.
Why, then you are in love!
Oh, bye.
Oh, that's not neither. Well then, let us say you are sad because you are not married. And 'twere as easy for you to laugh and leap and say you are merry because you are not sad.
Here comes Bassanio! Your most noble kinsmen, Gratiano and Lorenzo! Fare you well. We'll leave you now with better company.
I would have stayed till I had made you married. Good morning,
Good, signoras, good. When shall we laugh? Say when you go exceeding strange, must it be so?
we will make our ledgers to attend on yours.
You look not well, Signor Antonio. Believe me, you're marvellously changed.
Oh, I hold the world, but as the world, Graciano. A stage where every man must play a part, and mine a sad one.
Well, let me play the fool. With mirth and laughter, let old wrinkles come, and let my liver rather heat with wine than my heart cool with mortifying groans. I mean, why would a woman whose blood is warm within sit like her grandsire cut in alabaster? I tell thee what, whose faces do cream and mantle like a standing pond, and do a wilful stillness entertain with purpose to be dressed in an opinion of wisdom and gravity and profound conceit, so as to say, I am Lady Oracle, and when I open my lips, let no dog bark. Oh, my Antonio. Very well, come, good Lorenzo. I'll end my exhortation after dinner.
Farewell. I'll grow a talker for this kid.
Oh, well, thanks, Faith. The silence is only commendable in a neat-tongued bride and a maid not vendible.
Is that anything now?
Gratiano speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all Venice.
Oh, but tell me now, what lady is the same that you today promised to tell me of?
But 'tis not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled mine estate by something showing a more swelling court than my fame means would grant continuance. To you, Antonio, I owe the most, in money and in love, and to your love I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes. How to get clear of all these debts I owe.
Oh, I pray you, good Bassanio, let me know it. And if it stand, as you yourself still do, within the eye of honour, then be assured my purse, my person, my extremest means, they all unlock to your occasions.
In my school days, when I had lost one shaft, I shot his fellow of the self-same flight, the self-same way, with more advised watch to find the other falls, and by adventuring both, I all found both. I urge this charge in proof, because what follows is pure innocence. I owe you much, and like a wilful youth, that which I owe is lost. But if you please to shoot another arrow, that self-way.
You do me now more wrong in making question of my uttermost than if you had made waste of all I have. Then do but say to me what I should do.
In Belmont is a lady, richly left, and she is fair, and fairer than that word, of wondrous virtues. Her name is Portia, and nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth, for the four winds blow in from every coast, renowned suitors come in quest of her. Oh, my Antonio, had I but the means to hold a rival place with one of them.
Thou knowest that all my fortunes are at sea. Neither have I money nor commodity to raise at present sum. Oh, therefore, go forth, try what my credit can in Venice do, that shall be racked even to the uttermost, to furnish thee to Belmont and to fair Portia. Oh, go presently inquire where money is, and I no question make, to have it of my trust or for my sake.
By my troth, Nerissa, my little body is a-weary of this great world.
You would be, madam, if your miseries were in the same abundance as your good fortune.
It is a good divine that follows his own instruction. I can easier teach 20 what were good to be done than be one of the 20 to follow mine own teaching. But this reasoning is not in the fashion to choose me a husband. Ay me, the word choose. I may neither choose whom I would, nor refuse whom I dislike. So is the will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. Is it not hard, Nerissa, that I cannot choose one nor refuse none?
Your father was ever virtuous, and holy men at their death have good inspiration. Therefore, the lottery that he hath devised in the 3 caskets of gold, silver, and lead, wherein who chooses his meaning, chooses you. will no doubt never be chosen by any rightly but one who shall rightly love.
I pray thee, overname them, and as thou namest them, I will describe them, and according to my description, level at my affection.
First, there is the Neapolitan prince.
Aye, that's a colt indeed, for he doth nothing but talk of his horse, and makes it a great appropriation to his own good parts, that he can shoe him himself. I'm much afeard my lady his mother played false with a smith.
How say you, the French Lord Monsieur Le Bon?
God made him, and therefore let him pass for a man. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker, but he, why? He hath a horse better than the Neapolitans, but he is every man in no man. If a throstle sing, he falls straight a capering. He would fence with his own shadow. You know, if I should marry him, I should marry 20 husbands. If he would despise me, I should forgive him for it. For if he love me to madness, I will never requite him.
What say you to Falconbridge, the young Baron of England?
You know I say nothing to him, for he understands not me, nor I him. He hath not Latin, French, nor Italian, and you will come into the court and swear that I have a poor pennyworth of the English. He is a proper man's picture, but alas, who can converse with a dung show? And how oddly he is suited. I think he bought his doublet in Italy, his round hose in France, his bonnet in Germany, and his behaviour everywhere.
What think you the Scottish lord, his neighbour?
That he hath a very neighbourly charity in him. For he borrowed a box of the ear of the Englishman and swore he would pay him again when he was able, but I think the Frenchman became his surety and sealed under for another.
Well, how like you the young German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew?
Very vilely in the morning when he is sober, and most vilely in the afternoon when he is drunk. When he is best, he is little worse than a man, and when he is worst, he is little better than a beast, and the worst fall that ever fell. I hope I shall make shrift to go without him.
If he should offer to choose, and choose the right casket, you should refuse to perform your father's will if you should refuse to accept him.
Therefore, for fear of the worst, I pray thee, set a deep glass of Rhenish wine on the contrary casket, for if the devil be within and temptation without, I know he will choose it. I will do anything, Nerissa, ere I be married to a sponge.
You needn't fear, madam, the having of any of these lords, for they have acquainted me with their determinations, and that is to return to their homes and to trouble you with no more suit, unless you may be won by some other sort than your father's imposition, depending on the customs.
If I live to be as old as Sevilla, I will die as chaste as Diana, unless I be obtained by the manner of my father's will. I'm glad this castle of wooers is so reasonable, for there is not one among them that I dote on his very absence, and I pray God grant them a fair departure.
Do you not remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, a soldier, and a scholar who came hither with the Marquis de Montferrat?
Yes. Yes. Bassanio, as I think he was so called.
True, madam. He, of all the men my foolish eyes ever looked upon, was the best deserving of fair lady.
I remember him well, and I remember him very worthy of thy praise. How now? What news?
The four strangers seek for you, madam, to take their leave, and there is come a forerunner from a fifth, the Prince of Morocco, whose word the prince's master will be here tonight.
If I could bid the fifth welcome with so good a heart as I could bid the other four farewell, I should be very glad of his approach. If he have the condition of a saint, but the complexion of a devil, I should rather he should shrive me than wive me. Come, Nerissa. Sarah, go before. Whilst we shut the gates on one wooer, another knocks at the door.
3,000 ducats. Well,
Aye, madam, for 3 months.
and for 3 months. Well,
For the which, as I told you, Antonio shall be back.
Antonio shall be back.
Are you stepping? Will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer?
3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio Mouse.
Your answer to that?
Antonio is a good man.
Have you heard any imputation to the contrary?
Oh, no. My meaning in saying she is a good man is to have you understand me. She is sufficient. Yet her means are in supposition. She have an argosy bound for Tripolis, one to the Indies, and I understand, moreover, upon the Rialto, she have another at Mexico and a fourth for England, and other ventures she has squandered abroad. What ships are but boards, sailors are but men. There be land rats and water rats, land thieves and water thieves. I mean pirates. And then there are the perils of waters, winds, rocks. The woman is notwithstanding sufficient. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take her bond.
Oh, be assured, you may.
I will be assured that I may, and that I may be assured I will bethink me. May I speak with Antonio?
If it please you to dine with us.
To smell pork? To eat of the habitation that your prophet, the Nazarite, conjured the devil into? I will buy with you, sell with you, walk with you, talk with you, but I will not eat with you, drink with you, nor pray with you. Ah, what news upon the Rialto? Who is he?
This is, Signora Antonio.
And like a fawning publican, she looks. I hate her, she's a Christian. But more, for that in low simplicity she lends out money gratis and brings down the rate of usage here with us in Venice. But if I can catch her once upon the hip, I will feed fat the ancient grudge I bear her. She hates our sacred notion. And she rails, even there, where merchants most do congregate. On me, my bargains, my well won thrift, she calls interest. I cannot instantly raise up the gross of full 3,000 ducats. But what of that? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me. Soft, how many months did you desire? Oh, rest you fair, good madam. Your worship was the last person in our mouths.
Shine. Although I do neither lend nor borrow by taking nor by giving of excess, yet to supply the right wants of my friend, I'll break a custom. Is she yet possessed how much she would?
Aye, 3,000 ducats.
And for 3 months.
Oh, I had forgot. You told me so. Well then, and let me see your bond, but, hear you? Methought you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage.
I do never use it.
When Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob from our holy Abraham was, as his wise mother wrought on his behalf, the third possessor. Aye, he was the third.
And what of him? Did he take interest?
No, not interest, not directly, as you would say, interest. Mark what Jacob did. When Laban and himself were compromised that all the evenings which were streaked or pied should fall as his hire, well, he was blessed. And thrift is blessing, if men steal it not.
Mark you this, Bassanio, how the devil can cite scripture for her purpose. An evil soul producing holy witness is like a villain with a smiling cheek, a goodly apple rotten at the heart. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood hath.
3,000 ducats, 'tis a good round sum. 3 months from 12. Well, then let me see the rate.
Well, shall we be beholding to you?
Martin Antonio! Many a time, and oft, upon the Rialto, you have rated me about my monies and my usances. Called me misbeliever, cut-throat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for the use of that which is mine own. Well, now it appears you need my help. You come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so. You, that did void your room upon my face, and foot me like a stranger cur over your threshold. Monies is your suit. What should I say to you? Should I not say, hath a dog money? Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Oh, shall I bend low and in bondsman's key, with whispering humbleness and bated breath, say this? Ah, fair madam, you spit on me on Wednesday last. Another day you spurned me, called me dog, and for these courtesies, I'll lend you thus much monies.
I am as like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. If thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to thy friends, but rather to thine enemy, who if she break, thou mayest with better face exact the penalty.
Why, look how you storm. I would be friends with you. Forget the shames you have stained me with. Supply your present wants, and take no doit of usance for my monies, and you'll not hear me. This is kind, I offer.
This were kindness.
This kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary's, seal me there your single bond, and if you repay me not on such a day, on such a place, such sum or sums as are expressed in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for a pound of your fair flesh, to be cut off and taken from what part of your body pleaseth me.
Content ye, faith. I'll seal unto this bond and say there is much kindness in the Jew.
You shall not seal to such a bond for me. I'd rather dwell on my necessity.
Oh, fear not, man. I'll not forfeit it. Within these 2 months, that's a month before the bond expires, I do expect thrice 3 times the value of the bond.
By Jacob's staff, what these Christians are, whose own hard dealings teaches them suspect the thoughts of others. I pray you, tell me this, if she should break her day, what should I gain by the exaction of the forfeiture? A pound of man's flesh, taken from a man, not so estimable, profitable neither, as the flesh of muttons, beefs, goats. I say, to buy her favour, I extend this friendship. Oh, she will take it so, if not a Jew, and I pray you, wrong me not.
Oh, yes, Shylock, I'll seal unto the bond.
Then go with me forthwith to the notary's. Give direction for this merry bond. I will go and purse the ducats straight. See to my house. Left in the fearful guard of an unthrifty knave. And presently I will be.
Hie thee, gentle Jew. The Hebrew will turn Christian. She grows kind.
I like not fair terms, and a villain's mind.
Oh, come on. In this there can be no dismay. My ships come home a month before the day.
lady, this aspect of mine feared the valiant. By my love, I swear, the best regarded virgins of our clime have loved it too. I would not change this hue, except to steal your thoughts, my gentle queen.
In terms of choice, I am not solely led by nice direction of a maiden's eyes. Besides, the lottery of my destiny bars me the right of voluntary choosing. But if my father had not scanted me, then stood as fair as any comer I have not done yet for my affection.
Even for that I thank you. Therefore I pray you lead me to the caskets to try my fortune. By this scimitar that slew the Sophie and a Persian prince, that won 3 fields of Sultan Suleiman, I would outstare the sternest eyes that look, pluck the young nursing cubs from the she-bear, yeah, mock the lion when he roars for bread. To win thee, lady,
You must take your chance, and either not attempt to choose at all, or swear before you choose. If you choose wrong, never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. Therefore, be advised.
nor will not. Come, bring me unto my chance.
First, forward to the temple. After dinner, your hazard shall be made.
Good fortune then, to make me blessed or cursedest among men.
To be ruled by my conscience, I should leave the Jew, my mistress, who, saving your reverence, is a kind of devil. But, well, I am a Jew if I serve the Jew any longer. I have set up my rest to run away, and so I will not rest till I have run some ground.
Master young man, you, I pray you, which is the way to Mistress June?
Oh, heavens. This is my true begotten mother, who, being more than sand blind, high gravel blind, knows me not. I will try confusions with her.
Mistress young lady, I pray you, which is the way to Mistress June's?
Turn on your right hand at the next turning. But at the very next turning of all, on your left. Marry, at the very next turning, turn of no hand, but turn down indirectly into the Jew's house.
Oh, God, sometimes 'twill be a hard way to hit. Can you tell me whether one Lancelot that dwells with her, dwell with her, or no?
Talk you of young mistress, Lancelot? Mark me now will I raise the waters. Talk you of young mistress, Lancelot?
Oh, mistress, madam, but a poor woman's daughter. Her mother, though I say it, is an honest, exceeding poor woman. And God be thanked, well to live.
Well, let a mother be what a will. We talk of young mistress Lancelot is indeed deceased, or as you would say in plain terms, gone to heaven.
Mary, God forbid! That girl was the very staff of my age, my very crop.
Do I look like a cudgel, or a hovel post, a staff, or a prop? Do you know me, mother?
Alack, madam, I am sand blind and know you not.
Well, old woman, I will tell you of your girl. Give me your blessing. Truth will come to light. Murder cannot be hid long, but a man's son may. But at length, the truth will out.
I cannot think that you are my daughter.
I know not what I shall think of that, but I am Lancelot, the Jew's servant. And I am sure Michael, your husband, is my father.
His name is Michael indeed. I'll be sworn. If thou be Lancelot, thou art my own flesh and blood. Yay! Where's it mighty be?
use when last I saw of him.
Lord, how thou art changed. How dost thou and thy mistress agree? I have brought her a present. How agree you now?
Oh, Mother, I am glad you are come. Give me your present to one Master Bassanio, who indeed gives rare new liveries. If I serve not him, I will run as far as God have any ground. Oh, rare fortune, here comes the man. To him, Mother.
You may do so, but let it be so hasted that supper be ready at the furthest by 5 o'clock. See these letters delivered? Put the liveries to making, and desire Graciano to come anon to my lodgings.
To him, Mother.
Ah!
God bless your worship.
Grand mercy! Wouldst thou aught with me?
Here's my daughter, sir, a poor girl.
Not a poor girl, sir, but the rich Jew servant, that, as my mother shall specify.
I have here a dish of doves that I will bestow upon your worship, and my suit.
In very brief, sir, the suit is impertinent to myself, which, as your worship shall know by this honest old woman, and though I say it, though old woman, yet poor woman, my mother.
One speak for both. What would you?
Serve you, sir?
That is the very defect of the matter, sir.
I know thee well. At Shylock, thy mistress spoke with me this day, and I preferred thee. Take leave of thy old mistress, and inquire my lodging out.
Oh, mother! Come on! Go! I'll take my leave of the Jew in the twinkling of an eye.
I pray thee, a good Leonardo, think on this. These things being bought and orderly bestowed, return in peace. For I do feast tonight, my best esteemed acquaintance. Highly go!
My best endeavours shall be done, Irene.
Signor Bassanio!
Graciano!
Hey! I have a suit to you.
You have obtained it.
You must not deny me. I must go with you to Belmont.
Why, then you must. But hear thee, Graciano, thou art too wild, too rude, and bold of voice. Parts that do become thee, happily enough, but where thou art not known, why there they show something too liberal. I pray thee, take pain to allay with some cold drops of modesty thy skipping spirit, lest through thy wild behaviour.
Signor Bassanio, hear me. If I do not put on a sober habit, talk with respect, swear, but now and then, wear prayer books in my pocket, look demurely, nay, more, when grace is saying, put mine eyes with my hat thus, and sigh and say, Amen. Use all the obedience of civility, like one well studied in a sad ostent to please his grandam. Never trust more.
Well, we shall see your bearing.
Nay, but not tonight. Thou shalt not gauge me by what we do tonight.
No, that were pity. I would rather entreat you to put on your boldest suit of mirth. But fare thee well. I have some business.
And I must to Lorenzo and the others, but we shall visit you at supper time.
Oh, Lorenzo! Lancelot, I am sorry thou wilt leave my mother so. Our house is hell, and thou, a merry devil, didst rob it of some taste of tediousness. But fare thee well. I would not have my mother see me and talk with thee. Here, take this letter to Lorenzo, and there's a ducat for thee. Adieu.
Adieu.
Most beautiful pagan, most sweet Jew.
If a Christian did not play the knave and get thee, I am much deceived. But adieu.
Farewell, good
Lancelot.
Friend Lancelot, what's the news?
And it shall please you to break up this. It shall seem to signify.
I know this hand. In faith, 'tis a fair hand, and fairer than the paper it writ on is the fair hand that writ.
Love news, i' faith.
By your leave, sir.
Oh, whither goest thou?
Marry, sir, to bid my old mistress, the Jew, to sup tonight with my new master, the Christian.
Hold here, take this. Tell gentle Jessica, I will not fail her. Speak it privately. Will you prepare you for this mask tonight? I am provided of a torchbearer.
Oh, I marry, we'll be about it. Straight. Well, thou shalt see. Thy eyes shall be the judge, the difference between old Shire, Bassanio. What, Jessica? Thou shalt look gormandize as thou'st done with me. What, Jessica? And sleep and snore and render parallel. Jessica, I say!
Call you, what is your will?
I am bid forth to supper. There are my keys. Wherefore should I go? I am not bid for love. They flatter me. And yet I will go in hate to feed upon the prodigal Christian. Look to my house, Jessica, my girl.
Madam, I beseech you, go. My young master doth expect your reproach.
So do I his. Are there masks? Now, here you mean, Jessica. Lock the doors after, and when you hear the drum and the vile squealing of the wire-neck fife, clamber you not up to the casements then, and thrust your head into the public street. To gaze on Christian fools with varnished faces. Stop my house as it is. I mean my casements. By Jacob's staff, I have no mind of feasting forth tonight. But I will go. Go you before me, Cyrus, say I will come.
Madam, I will go. Madam, look out window for all this. There will come a Christian by, be worth a Jewess eye.
Shut doors after. Fast find, fast fight. A proverb never stale in thrifty mind.
Alack, what heinous sin is it in me to be ashamed to be my mother's child? But though I am daughter to her blood, I am not to her manners. Oh, Lorenzo, if thou keep promise, I will end this strife, become a Christian and thy loving wife. Farewell, and if my fortune be not crossed, I have a mother, you a daughter lost.
His hour is almost past.
'Tis marvel he outweighs his hour, for lovers ever run before the clock.
Oh, 10 times faster Venus's pigeons fly to seal love's bonds new made than they're one to keep a blighted faith unforfeited.
Oh. Sweet friends, your patience for my long abode. Not I, but my affairs have made you wait.
Who are you? Tell me for more certainty, albeit I'll swear that I do know your tongue.
Lorenzo, and thy love.
Lorenzo certain, and my love indeed, for who love I so much? And now who knows but you, Lorenzo, whether I am yours?
Heaven and thy thoughts are witness that thou art.
Here, catch this casket. It is well worth the pains. I am glad 'tis night, and you do not look for me, for I am much ashamed of my exchange. But love is blind, and lovers cannot see the pretty follies that themselves commit, for if they could, Cupid himself would blush to see me thus transformed into a boy.
Descend, for you must be my torchbearer.
What? I must hold a candle to my chains. They in themselves are too light. Why, it is an office of discovery, love, and I should be obscured.
And so are you sweet, even in the lovely garnish of a boy? But come at once, for the close evening doth play the runaway, and we're stayed for at Bassanio's feast.
I will make fast the doors, gild myself with some more ducats, and be with you straight.
By my hood, a Gentile and no Jew.
Beshrew me, but I love her heartily. Oh, what? Art thou come?
Hello.
On, gentlemen, away. Our masking mates at this time for us stay.
Who's there?
Oh, Signor Antonio.
Fie, Gratiano. Where are all the rest? 'Tis 9 o'clock. Our friends all stay for you. No mask tonight, the wind is come about. Bassiano will presently go aboard. I have sent 20 out to seek for you.
I'm glad on it. I desire no more delight than to be under sail and gone tonight.
Certainly, my conscience will serve me to run from this Jew, my mistress. The fiend is at mine elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Lancelot, Gobbo, good Lancelot, or good Lancelot, Gobbo, use your legs, take the start, run away. My conscience says, no, take heed, honest Lancelot, take heed, honest Gobbo, or as I said, honest Lancelot, Gobbo, do not run, scorn running with thy heels. Well, the most courageous fiend bids me pack. Yeah, says the fiend. Away, says the fiend. For the heavens rouse up a brave mind, says the fiend, and run. Well, my conscience hanging about the neck of my heart says, very wisely, to me, my honest friend Lancelot, being an honest man's girl, or rather an honest woman's girl, for indeed my father did something smack. Something grow too? He had a kind of taste. Well, my conscience says, Lancelot, budge not. Budge, says the fiend. Budge not, says my conscience. Ugh! Conscience, say I, you counsel well. Fiend, say I, you counsel well. And to run from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fiend who, saving your reverence, is the devil himself. Certainly the Jew is the very devil in incarnation. and in my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience to offer to counsel me to stay with the Jew. The fiend gives the more friendly counsel. I will run, fiend. My heels are at your command. I will run. Bye!
your choice.
How shall I know if I do choose the right?
The one of them contains my picture prints. If you choose that, then I am yours with all.
Some god direct my judgment. Let me see. What says this leaden casket? Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. Must give? For what? For lead. Hazard for lead. This casket threatens. Men that hazard all do it in hope of fair advantages. A golden mind stoops not to shows of dross. I'll then nor give nor hazard aught for lead. What says the silver with her virgin hue? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. As much as I deserve. Why, that's the lady. I do in birth deserve her, and in fortunes and graces and qualities of breeding. But more than these, in love I do deserve. What if I strayed no further, but chose here? Let's see once more the saying graved in gold. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. Why, that's the lady. All the world desires her. From the four corners of the earth they come to kiss this shrine, this mortal breathing saint. One of these three contains her heavenly picture. It's like that lead contains her. 'Twere damnation to think so base a thought. Or shall I think in silver she's immured, being 10 times undervalued to try gold? Oh, sinful thought. Never so rich a gem was set in worse than gold. Deliver me the key. Here do I choose and thrive I as I may.
There, take it, Prince. If my form lie there, then I am yours.
Oh, hell! What have we here? A carrion death, within whose empty eye there is a written scroll. I'll read the writing. All that glitters is not gold. Often have you heard that told? Many a man his life hath sold, but my outside to behold. Gilded tombs do worms enfold. Had you been as wise as bold, young in limbs in judgment old, your answer had not been in scroll. Fare you well, your suit is cold. Cold indeed, and labour lost. Then farewell heat and welcome frost. Portia, adieu. I have too grieved a heart to take a tedious leave. Thus, losers part.
Why, man, I saw Bassanio on the sail. With him is Graziano got along, and in their ship, I am certain, Lorenzo is not.
The villain Jew with outcries raised the Duke, who went with her to search Bassanio's ship.
She came too late. The ship was under sail. But there, the Duke was given to understand that in a gondola together was seen Lorenzo and his amorous Jessica.
I never heard an outcry so confused, so strange, outrageous, and so variable as the dog Jew did utter in the streets. My daughter. Oh, my ducats. Oh, my daughter fled with a Christian. Oh, my Christian ducats. Justice, the law, my ducats. And my daughter. A sealed bag. 2 sealed bags ducats of double ducats stolen from me by my daughter. And jewels, 2 stones, 2 rich and precious stones, stolen by the girl. Justice, find her. She has the stones upon her, and the ducats.
Why, all the boys of Venice follow her, crying,
Her stones. Oh, her daughter. Oh,
and
her ducats. Oh, look you, good Antonio, keep her day. Well, she shall pay for this.
Mary well remembered. I saw Bassanio and Antonio part. Bassanio told us he would make some speed of his return. She answered, do not so.
What?
Slugger not business for my sake, Bassanio, but stay the very ripening of the time. And for the Jew's bond which she hath with me, let it not enter into your mind of love. Be merry and employ your chiefest thoughts to courtship, and such fair ostents of love as shall conveniently become you there. And even there, her eye being big with tears, turning her face, she put her hand behind him, and with affection wondrous sensible, she wrung Bassanio's hand, and so they parted.
I think she only loves the world for him. I pray thee, let us go presently and quicken her enforced heaviness with some delight or other.
Do we so?
When, I pray thee, the Prince of Aragon hath taken his oath that he comes to his election presently.
Hola. Buenas tardes.
Behold! There stand the caskets, noble prince. If you choose that wherein I am contained, straight your nuptial rites be solemnized. But if you fail, without more speech, my lord, you must be gone from hence immediately.
Me comprometo, por juramento, a cumplir 3 cosas. Primero, nunca revelar a nadie el cofre que elegí. Después, si me equivoco en el cofre correcto, nunca comprometerme otra vez en matrimonio a una mujer. Y por último, si la fortuna me abandona en mi elección, irme inmediatamente y desaparecer.
Italiano?
I am enjoying thy oath to observe 3 things. First, never to unfold to anyone which casket was I choose. Next, if I fail on the right casket, never in my life to woo a maid in way of marriage. Lastly, if I fail in fortune of my choice, immediately to leave you and be gone.
To these injunctions, everyone doth swear that comes to hazard for mine worthless self.
And so have I addressed me. Fortune now to my heart's home. Gold, silver, and they slay. Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. You shall look further, and I give for hazard. Let me see what the golden casket said. Let me see. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. What many men desire. That many might be meant by the full multitude that choose by show, not learning more than what the fond eye doth teach, with price, not to the interior, but like the martlet, builds in the weather of the outward wall, even in the force and road of casualty. I will not choose what many men desire, because I will not jump myself with common spirits and rank myself with barbarous multitudes. Why, then to thee, thou silver treasure house, tell me once more, what title thou dost bear? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. And well said too. Oh, that status, degrees, and offices were not derived corruptly, and clear honor were purchased by the merit of the wearer. How many then should cover that stand bare? How many be commanded that command? How much low peasantry will be glimpsed by the true seat of honor? And how much honor picked from the chaffs and ruins of the times to be new varnish? Well, but to my choice. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. I will assume the self. Give me the key for this one and instantly unlock my fortunes here. Ole!
Too long a pause for that which you find there.
Pero qué demonios es esto? The portrait of a blinking idiot? Presentimi asquero. I'll read it. How much unlike art thou to Portia? How much unlike my hopes and my deservings? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Did I deserve no more than a fool's head? Is that my price? Are my deserts no better?
To offend and judge are distinct offices and are of opposite natures.
The fire 7 times tried this. 7 times tried that judgment is that did never choose amiss. Some there be that shadows kiss, such have but a shadow's bliss. There be fools alive, I wish. Silver's daughter, and so was this. Take what wife you will to bed. I will ever be your head. So be gone, your spell. Still more fool I shall appear by the time I linger here. With one full head I came to woo, but I go away with 2. Sweet adieu, I'll keep my oath, patiently to bear my wrath.
Thus hath the candle singed the moon!
My lady,
How now, what would my lord?
madam, there is a lighted at your gate a young Venetian, one that comes before to signify the approaching of his lord, from whom he bringeth sensible regreets, to which, besides commends and courteous breath, gifts of rich value. Yet I have not seen so likely an ambassador of love. A day in April never came so sweet to show how costly summer was at hand than this forespurrer comes before his lord.
No more, I pray thee. I am half afeard that will say anon he is some kin to thee. Thou spend such a high day wit in praising him. Come, come, Nerissa, for I long to see quick Cupid's post that comes so mannerly. Bassanio, Lord love, if thy will be.
Now, what news on the Rialto?
Why, yet it lives there on check that Antonio hath a ship of rich lading wrecked on the narrow seas. The Goodwins, I think they call the place. A most dangerous, flat and fatal, where the carcasses of many a tall ship lie buried. If my gossip report be an honest woman of her word.
I wish she were as lying a gossip as ever Nat Ginger, but it is true she has lost a ship.
I would it might prove the end of her losses.
Oh, I say amen to that prayer betimes, lest the devil cross my prayer, for here she comes in the likeness of a Jew. How now, Shylock? What news amongst the merchants? You know none so well as you of my daughter's flight.
That's certain. I, for my part, knew the tailor who made the wings she flew withal.
But Shylock knew the bird was fledged. And then, it is the complexion of them all to leave the dam. She is damned for it. My own flesh and blood to repel. Out upon it, old carrion! Rebels it at these years! I'd say my daughter is my flesh and blood.
There is more difference between thy flesh and hers than between jet and ivory. More difference in thy bloods than between red wine and Rhenish. But tell us, do you hear whether Antonio hath had any loss at sea or no?
There I have another bad match. A bankrupt, a prodigal, dare scarce show her head upon the Rialto. A beggar, he used to come so smug upon the mart. Let her look to her bond.
Why, I am certain if she forfeit, thou wilt not take her flesh. What's that good for?
To be fish withal! If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge. She had disgraced me, hindered me 500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, thwarted my bargains, heated mine enemies and cooled my friends. And what is her reason? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Not a Jew hands? Organs, senses, dimensions, affections, passions. We're fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, ill by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same summer and winter as a Christian is. If you prick us, do we not bleed? You tickle us, do we not laugh? You poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? If we are are like you, in that we shall resemble you in the other. The villainy you teach, I will execute, and it won't go hard, but I will better the instruction. Here comes another of the tribe. A third cannot be matched, unless the devil himself turn Jew. How now, Jubal? What news from Genoa hast thou found, my daughter?
I often came where I did hear of her, but cannot find her.
There. Diamond gong cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. Curse never fell on our nation till now. I never felt it till now. 2,000 ducats. Not in that and other precious jewels. I would my daughter were dead at my foot and the jewels in her ear. I would she were purse at my foot and the ducats in her coffin. But no news. Well, so. And I know not what is spent in the search. Loss upon loss. The thief gone with so much to find the thief, and no satisfaction, no revenge, no ill luck falling but what lights on my shoulders, and no sighs put off my breathing, no tears of my shedding.
Yes, other people had ill luck too. Antonio, as I heard, in Genoa.
What? Ill luck? Ill luck.
Half an Argosy castaway coming from Tripoli.
Oh, I thank God. I thank God. It's true. It's true?
Yeah. I spoke with some of the sailors that escaped the wreck.
I thank thee, good Chubal. Good news. Good news. Where? In Genoa.
Your daughter spent in Genoa, as I heard, in one night, 80 ducats.
Oh, thou stickst a dagger in me. I shall never see my gold again. 80 ducats at a sitting, 80 ducats.
There came divers of Antonio's creditors in my company to Venice that swear he cannot choose but break.
I am glad of it.
One of them showed me a ring he hath of your daughter for a monkey.
That's upon her. Chubal, it was my turquoise. I had it of Noah when I was a maid. I would not have given it for a wilderness of monkeys.
But Antonio is certainly undone.
There, that's true. It's very true. Go fee me an officer, Jubal. Bespeak him a fortnight before. I will have the heart of her if she forfeits. Go. Good Jubal. Meet me at our synagogue. Synagogue.
I pray thee tarry. Pause a day or two before you hazard. For in choosing wrong I lose your company. Therefore forbear a while. There's something tells me, but it is not love. I would not lose you. And you know yourself hate counsels not in such a quality. But lest you should not understand me well, and yet a maiden hath no tongue but thought, I would detain you here some month or two before you venture forth. I could teach you how to choose right, but then I am forsworn, and so will I never be. So, may you miss me, but if you do, you'll make me wish a sin that I have been forsworn. Beshrew your eyes. They have overlooked and divided me. the other half yours. Mine own, I would say, but then if mine, yours. And so, all yours. Oh, these naughty times, but bars between the owners and their rights, and so though yours, not yours. Prove it so. Let fortune go to hell for it, not I.
Let me choose. For as I am, I live upon the rack.
Away then. I am locked in one of them. If you do love me, you will find me out. Nerissa and all the rest, stand all aloof. Oh, let music sound while he doth make his choice. Then, if he lose, he makes a swan-like end, fading in music. He may win. What is music then? Music is as are those dulcet sounds in break of day that creep into the dreaming bridegroom's ear and summon him to marriage. Go, Hercules, live thou. I live with much, much more dismay I view the fight, than thou that makest the fray.
Yeah! Check it, 1, 2! Hold up!
Now tell me where it's fancy bread, or in the heart, or in the head. How the gods, how nourish it. Reply. It is engendered in the eyes with gazing fed, and fancy dies in the cradle where it lies. Let us all ring a fancy's knell. I'll begin it. Ding dong bell. Ding dong. Ding dong bell. Ding dong. Ding dong bell. That's right, that's right.
So, may the outward shows release themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. In law, what play so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with a gracious voice, obscures the show of evil? In religion, what damned error, but some sober brow will bless it and approve it with a text, hiding the grossness with fair ornament. Thus, ornament is but the guided shore to a most dangerous sea. In a word, seeming truth, which cunning times put on to entrap the wisest. Therefore, thou gaudy gold, hard food for Midas, nor none of thee, thy pale and common drudge between man and man, and thou meager lead, which rather threatenest than does promise aught. Thy paleness moves me more than eloquence. Here choose I. Joy be the consequence,
how all the other passions fleet to air, as doubtful thoughts and rash embrace despair, and shuddering fear, and green-eyed jealousy. Oh, love, be moderate, allay thy ecstasy, in measure reign thy joy. Scant this excess, I feel too much thy blessing. Make it less, for fear I surf it.
What find I here? Fair Portia's counterfeit! What demigod has come so near creation, yet look how far the substance of my praise doth wrong this shadow in underprizing it. So far this shadow doth limp behind the substance. Here's the scroll, the continent and summary of my fortune. You that choose, not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true, since this fortune falls to you. Be content and seek no new. If you be well pleased with this, and hold your fortune for your bliss, turn you where your lady is, and claim her with a loving kiss. A gentle scroll, fair lady, by your leave, I come by note, to give and to receive. Like one or two contending in a prize, that thinks he hath done well in people's eyes, hearing applause and universal shout, giddy in spirit, still gazing in a doubt whether these pearls of praise be his or no. So thrice, fair lady, stand I even so, as doubtful whether what I see be true, until confirmed, signed, ratified by you.
You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself I would not be ambitious in my wish to wish myself much better, but for you, I would be troubled 20 times myself. I might in virtues, beauties, livings, friends, exceed account. But the full sum of me is the sum of something, which determined grosses an unlessoned girl, unschooled, unpracticed. Happy in this, she is not yet so old that she may learn. Happier than this, she is not bred so dull that she can learn. Happiest of all is that her gentle spirit commits itself to yours to be directed, as from her lord, her governor, her king. But now, I was the lord of this fair mansion, master over my servants, queen over myself, and even now. But now, this house, these servants, and this same myself are yours, my lord. I give them with this ring, which, when you lose, part from, let it presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on you.
Madam, you have bereft me of all words. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins. But when this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from hence. Oh, let me bold to say, Bassanio's dead.
My lord and lady, it is now our time. Let us stand by and see our wishes prosper to cry, good joy, my lord and lady.
My lord Bassanio. And my gentle lady. I wish you all the joy that you could wish, for I'm sure you could wish none from me. But even when your honours mean to solemnise the bargain of your faith, I beg you, even at that time, I may be married too.
With all my heart, so thou canst get a wife.
I thank you, my lord, for you have found me one. Mine eyes, my lord, can see as swift as yours. You saw the mistress. I beheld the maid. You loved, I loved. None pertains to me, my lord, more than you. Your fortune stood upon the caskets here. So did mine too, as the matter falls. For wooing here until I sweat again, I got a promise from this fair one here to have her love, provided your fortune achieved her mistress.
Is this true, Nerissa?
It is so, madam, you stand pleased with all.
And do you, Gratiano, mean good faith?
Yes, faith, my lords.
Well, our feast shall be much honoured in your marriage.
We'll play them first boy for 1,000 ducats.
What, and stake down?
Nay, we'll never win at that sport. And stake down. Oh, but who comes here? It's Lorenzo and his infidel. What are my old friends Solaria?
Lorenzo and Celerio, welcome hither.
They are entirely welcome.
I thank your honour. For my part, my lord, my intention was not to have seen you here, but meeting with Celerio. By the way, he did entreat me past all saying nay to come with him along.
I did, my lord, and I have reason for it. Signora Antonio commends her to you.
Oh, I pray you, tell me how my good friend does.
Her letter there will show you her estate.
Nerissa, cheer yon stranger. Bid her welcome. Your hand, Celerio. What news is there from Venice? We are the Jasons, and we have won the fleece.
There is some shrewd content in yon same paper that steals the colour from Bassanio's cheek. Some dear friend dead?
Oh, sweet Portia. Here are a few of the unpleasantest words that ever blotted paper. Gentle lady, when I did first impart my love to you, I freely told you all the wealth I had ran in my veins. I was a gentleman, and then I told you true. And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, you shall see how much I was a braggart. When I told you my state was nothing, I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing. For indeed, I have engaged myself to a dear friend, engaged my friend to her mere enemy, to feed my means. Here is a letter, lady, the paper as the body of my friend, and every word in it gaping wound, issuing lifeblood. But is it true, Celerio, that all her ventures failed? What, not one hit? From Tripolis? From Mexico? And England? From Lisbon? Barbary and India? And not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of merchant marring rocks?
Not one, my lord. Besides, it should appear that if she had the present money to discharge the Jew, she would not take it. She plies the Duke at morning and at night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state if they deny her justice.
When I was with her, I have often heard her swear that she did owe her. And I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio.
Is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble?
The dearest friend to me, the kindest woman, the best conditioned and unwearied spirit in doing courtesy.
What sum owes she the Jew?
For me, 3,000 ducats.
What, no more? Pay her 6,000 and deface the bond. Double 6,000, treble that, before a friend of this description should lose a hair through Bassanio's fault. First, go with me to church and call me wife, then away to your friend to Venice. When it is paid, bring your true friend along. My maid Nerissa and myself will live as maids and widows. Come, away, for you shall hence upon your wedding day. Bid your friends welcome, show merry cheer. Since you are dear bought, I will love you, dear. Yes, let me hear the letter of your friend.
Sweet Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried. My creditors grow cruel. My estate is very low. My bond to the Jew is forfeit. And since in paying it is impossible I should live, all debts are cleared between you and I, if I might but see you at my death. Notwithstanding, use your pleasure. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter.
Oh, love, dispatch your business and be gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be an interval of 20 minutes.
Jailer, look to her. Tell me not of mercy. This is the fool that lent out money gratis. Jailer, look to her.
Oh, hear me yet, good Shylock.
I'll have my bond. I'll not hear thee speak. Have an oath in heaven that I will have my bond. Thou callest me dog before thou hadst a cause. And since I am a dog, but where my facts?
I pray thee, hear me speak.
I'll have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. Have my bond, therefore speak no more. I will not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent and sigh and yield to Christian intercessors. I will have my bond.
It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men.
I'll follow her no more with bootless prayers. She seeks my life. Therefore go. These griefs and losses have so baited me that I shall hardly spare a pound of flesh tomorrow to my bloody creditor. Well, jailer, on. Pray God Bassanio come to see me pay his debt, and then I care not.
I commit it to your hands the husbandry and manage of my house until my lord's return. For mine own part, I have, toward heaven, breathed a vow of secret contemplation to live in prayer, attended only by Nerissa here until her husband and my lord's return. There is a monastery 2 miles off, and there we will abide. I do desire you not to deny this imposition, the which my love and some necessity now lays upon you.
Madam, with all my heart I shall obey you in all fair commands.
And so fare you well, till we meet again.
Fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you.
I wish your ladyship all heart's content.
Ooh, and I am well pleased to wish them back on you. Fare you well, Jessica. Now, Balthazar, take this same letter, and use thou the endeavour of a man in speed to Padua. See thou render this into my cousin's hand, Dr. Bellario. See what notes and garments he doth give thee. Bring them with imagined speed unto the Tranix, to the common ferry Waste no time in words, but get thee gone.
Madam, I go with all convenient speed.
Come, Nerissa. I have work in hand that you yet know not of. We shall see our husbands before they think of us.
Shall they see us?
They shall, Nerissa, but in such habit that they shall think we are accomplished with that we lack. I'll hold thee any wager. When we are both accoutred like young men, I'll prove the prettier fellow of the two.
Why, shall we turn to men?
I'll tell thee my whole device when we are in my coach, which stays for us at the park gate. Yes, truly. For look you, the sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Therefore, I promise ye, I fear you. I was always plain with you, and so now I speak my agitation of the matter, for truly, I think you are damned. There is but one hope in it that can do you any good.
And what hope is that, I pray thee?
Marry, you may partly hope that your mother got you not.
That were a kind of bastard hope indeed. So the sins of my mother should be visited upon me.
Truly, then I fear you are damned by both father and mother.
I shall be saved by my husband. He hath made me a Christian.
Truly, the more to blame he. We were Christians enow before. This making of Christians will raise the price of hogs.
I shall tell my husband, Lancelot, what you say. Here he comes.
I shall grow jealous of you shortly, Lancelot, if you thus get my wife into corners.
Nay, you need not fear us, Lorenzo. Lancelot and I are out. She tells me flatly that there is no mercy for me in heaven, because I am a Jew's daughter.
Go in, Sirrah. Bid them prepare for dinner.
Incapable of pity, void and empty from any dram of mercy.
I have heard your grace hath taken great pains to qualify her rigorous course. But since she stands obdurate, and no lawful means can carry me out of her envy's reach, I do oppose my patience to her fury, and am armed to suffer, with a quietness of spirit, the very tyranny and rage of hers.
Go on. Call the Jew into the court.
She is ready at the door. She comes, my lord.
Groom, let her stand before our face. Shylock, the world thinks, and I think so too, thou but leads this fashion of thy malice to the last hour of act. Then 'tis thought thou'lt show thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty. And where thou now exacts the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt not only loose the forfeiture, but touched by human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal. Granting an eye of pity on her losses, which have of late so huddled on her back. And now to weigh a royal merchant down, pluck commiseration of her state from brassy bosoms and rough hearts of flint, from stubborn Turks and Tartars never trained to offices of tender courtesy. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew.
I have possessed your grace, of what I purpose. By our holy Sabbath have I sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. If you deny me, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. You will ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that, but say it is my humour. Are you answered? Some men there are love not a gaping pig. Some that are mad if they behold a cat. Some that when the bagpipe rings in the nose cannot contain their urine. For affection, mistress of passion, sways it to what it likes or loathes. For your answer, as there is no firm reason why he cannot abide gaping pig, as she a harmless and necessary cat, why he, a woolen bagpipe, but must of force yield to such inevitable shame as to offend, himself being offended. So there is no reason, and I will not give one, other than a lodged hate and a certain loathing I bear Antonio, that thus I follow a losing suit against her. Are you answered?
This is no answer, you unfeeling woman, to excuse the current of thy cruelty.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Oh, hates any man the thing he would not kill.
Every offence is not a hate at first.
Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice?
I pray you, think you question with the Jew? You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. You may as well question with the wolf. You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that, than which what's harder, her Jewish heart. Therefore I beseech you, but with all brief and plain conveniency, to give me judgment, and the Jew her will.
For thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6.
If every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts, and every part a ducat, I would not draw them. I would have my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What judgment shall I dread, doing no wrong? You have amongst you many a purchased slave, that like your asses, dogs, and mules you use in abject and slavish parts. Shall I say to you, let them be free? You will say to me, the slaves are ours. So do I say to you, the pound of flesh which I demand of her is dearly bought. 'Tis mine, and I will have it. If you deny me, let the danger light upon your city's powers. I stand for judgment. Answer, shall I have it?
Upon my power, I may dismiss this court, unless Bellara, the learned doctor whom I've sent for to determine this, come here today.
My lord, he stays without a messenger with letters from the doctor. You come to Padua.
Bring me the letter. Call the messenger.
Hey, Cucina! Antonio! What courage yet? The Jew should have my blood, bones, flesh and all. Ere thou shalt lose for me 1 drop of blood.
I am a tainted wether of the flock, meetest for death. The weakest kind of fruit drops earliest to the ground, so let me. You cannot be better employed, Bassanio, than to live still and write mine epitaph.
Came you from Padua? From below.
From both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace.
Why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly?
To cut the forfeiture from off that bankrupt. There.
Not on thy soul, but on thy soul makest thy knife keen, harsh Jew. Does no prayer pierce thee?
None that thou can make.
Be damned, thou soul inextricable dog, and on thy life let justice be accused. Thou almost makes me break my faith to hold opinion with Pythagoras that the souls of animals infuse themselves into the trunks of men, for your desires are wolvish, blooded, starved and ravenous!
Till thou canst rail the sea from off my board, thou but offends thy lungs to speak so loud. Prepare thy wit, good fool, or it will fall to cureless ruin. I stand here for the law.
This letter from Bellario doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. What is he?
He attendeth here hard by to know your answer whether you'll admit him.
My heart. Some 2 or 3 of you go, give him per courteous conduct to this place. Meantime, the court shall hear Bellario's letter. Your grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter I am very sick. But in the instant that your messenger came, in loving visitation was with me a young doctor of Rome. His name is Balthasar. I acquainted him with the cause in controversy between the Jew and Antonio the merchant. We turned o'er many books together. He is furnished with my opinion, which, measured with his own learning, the greatness whereof I cannot enough commend, comes with him at my importunity to fill up your grace's request in my stead. You hear the learned Bellario, what he writes? Here, I take it, is the doctor come. Your hand. Came you from Bellario?
I did, my lord.
You're welcome. Take a place. Are you acquainted with the question that holds the present difference of the court?
I am informed thoroughly of the cause. Which is the merchant here and which the Jew?
Antonio. Lord Shylock, both stand forth.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. Yet in such rule that Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within her danger, do you not?
Aye, so she says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives than him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His sceptre shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. An earthly power doth then show like as gods when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us shall see salvation. We do pray for mercy. And that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which, if thou follow, this strict court of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds upon my head. I crave the forfeit and the penalty of my bonds.
Is she not able to discharge the money?
Yes. Here I tender it for her in the court. Yea, twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times over, on forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If this will not suffice, it must appear that malice bears down truth. And I beseech you, rest once the law to your authority. To do a great right, do a little wrong, curb this cruel devil of her will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established. It will be recorded for a precedent, and many an error by the same example will rush into the state. It cannot be.
Daniel, come to judgment. Daniel, a wise young judge, how I do honour thee.
I pray thee, let me look upon the bond.
Here it is, most reverend doctor. Here it is.
Shylock, there's thrice thy money offered thee.
An oath. An oath. I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? No, not for Venice.
Why, this bond is forfeit, and lawfully by this, the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be by her cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful! Take thrice thy money, bid me tear the bond.
When it is paid, according to the tenor. It doth appear you are a worthy judge. You know the law. Your exposition hath been most sound. I charge you by the law, whereof you are a well-deserving pillar. Proceed to judgment. Upon my soul, I swear, there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I stay here on my bond.
Most heartily I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Why then, thus it is. You must prepare your bosom for her knife.
Oh, most noble judge.
For the intent and purpose of the law hath full relation to the penalty which here appeareth due upon the bond.
'Tis true. Most noble and upright judge, how much more elder art thou than thy looks?
Therefore lay bare your bosom.
I, her breast. So says the bond, doth it not, noble judge?
'Tis so.
Nearest her heart, those are the very words.
It is so. Are there balance here to weigh the flesh?
Have them ready.
Have by some surgeon, Shylock, on your charge, to stop her wounds, lest she do bleed to death.
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed. But what of that? 'Twere good you do so much for charity.
I cannot find it. It's not in the bond.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
But little. I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Fare thee well. Grieve not that I am fallen to this for you. Commend me to your honourable wife. Tell her the process of Antonio's end. Say how I loved you. Speak me fair in death. And when the tale is told, let her be judge whether Bassanio had not once a love. Repent not that you shall lose your friend, and she repents not that she pays your debt.
For if the Jew do cut, but deep enough, I'll pay it presently with all my heart.
Antonio, I I am married to a wife, which is as dear to me as life itself. Life itself, my wife, and all the world. And not with me esteemed above thy life. I will lose all. Sacrifice them all. Here, to this devil, to deliver you.
Your wife would give you little thanks for that if she were by to hear you make the offer.
I have a wife who I protest I love. I would she were in heaven, that she could entreat some power to change this currish Jew.
'Tis well you offer it behind her back.
These be the Christian husbands. I have a daughter. Would any of the stock of Barabbas have been a husband rather than a Christian? We trifle time. I pray thee, pursue sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
Most noble judge.
And you must cut that flesh from off her breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
Most learned judge. The sentence. Come. Prepare.
Tarry a little! There is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond. Take thou thy pound of flesh, but in the cutting of it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are, by the laws of Venice, confiscate unto the state of Venice.
Oh, upright judge! Mock! Jew! Oh, learned judge!
Is this the law?
Thyself shalt see they act, for as thou urgest justice be assured, thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest.
Learned judge! Mock! Jew! A learned judge!
Pay the bond thrice. Let the Christian go free.
Here is the money.
What? Soft! The Jew shall have all justice, soft, no haste. She shall have nothing but the penalty.
Second Daniel. Jew. A Daniel!
Why doth the Jew pause? Take my forfeiture!
Pay me my principal, and let me go.
I have it ready for thee. Here it is.
She hath refused it in the open court. She shall have nothing but the penalty.
A Daniel, still say I, a second Daniel. I thank thee, Jew, for teaching me this word.
Shall I not have barely my principal?
Thou shalt have merely thy forfeiture, to be so taken at thy peril, Jew.
Why then the devil give her good of it. I'll stay no longer question.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice, if it be proved against an alien that by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen, the party against which he doth contrive shall seize one half of his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only, against all other voice. In which predicament, I say, thou standst. Down, therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
Beg that thou mayst have leave to hang thyself.
Thou shalt see the difference of our spirits. I pardon thee thy life, before thou ask it. For half thy wealth which is Antonio's, the other half comes to the general estate, which humbleness may drive unto a fine.
Aye, for the state, not for Antonio.
Nay, take my life. Pardon not that. You take my house, when you do take the prop that doth sustain my house. You take my life, when you do take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render her, Antonio?
Oh, the halter gratis, or nothing else, for God's sake.
So please my lord the Duke and all the court, to quit the fine for one half of her goods, I am content. So she will let me have the other half in use, to render it upon her death unto the gentleman that lately stole her daughter. Two things provided more, that for this favour she presently become a Christian. The other, that she do record a gift here in the court of all she dies possessed unto her son Lorenzo and her daughter.
She shall do this, or else I do recant the pardon that I let pronounce it here.
Art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say?
I am content.
Clerk, draw a deed of gift.
I pray you, give me leave to go from hence. I am not well. Send the deed after. I will sign it.
Let thee gone, but do it.
In christening, thou shalt have 2 godfathers. Were I the judge, thou shouldst have 10 more to lead thee to the gallows, not the font.
Sir, I treat you home with me.
I humbly do desire your grace of pardon. I must away this night to Padua, and it is meet I presently send.
I'm sorry, but your leisure serves you not. Antonio, gratify this gentleman, for in my mind you are much bound to him.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend have by your wisdom been this day acquitted of grievous penalties, in lieu whereof 3,000 ducats due unto the Jew, we freely cope your courteous pains with all.
And stand indebted over and above in love and service to you evermore.
He is well paid that is well satisfied, and I delivering you am satisfied. I pray you, know me when we meet again. I wish you well, and so I take my leave.
Dear sir, of force I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance, as a tribute, not as a fee. Grant me 2 things, not to deny me and to pardon me.
Press me far, and therefore I will yield. Give me your hand. And for your love, I'll take this ring from you. And do not draw back your hand. I'll take no more, and you in love shall not deny me this.
Oh, this ring! Good sir, alas, it is a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I will have nothing else but only this. And now, methinks, I have a mind to it.
But no, there's more depends on this than on the value. The dearest ring in Venice will I give you, and find it out by proclamation. Only for this, I pray you, pardon me.
I see, sir, you are liberal in offers that you taught me first to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
Oh, good sir, this ring was given me by my wife, and when she put it on, she made me vow that I should neither sell, nor give, nor lose it.
That excuse serves many men to save their gifts, and if your wife be not a mad woman and know how well I have deserved the ring, she would not hold out enemy forever for giving it to me. Well, peace be with you.
my Lord Bassanio let him have the ring?
Let his deservings and my love withal be valued against your wife's commandments.
Oh. Go, Gratiano, run and overtake him. Give him this ring, and bring him, if thou canst, unto Antonio's house. Go away, make haste. Come, you and I will thither presently, and early in the morning will we both fly toward Belmont. Come, Antonio.
Inquire the Jew's house out. Give her this deed and have her sign it. We'll away tonight.
Good sir, you are well overtaken. My Lord Bassanio, on more advice, hath sent you here this ring, and doth entreat your company for dinner.
That cannot be. His ring I do accept most thankfully, and so, I pray you, tell him. Furthermore, I pray you, show my youth old Shylock's house.
And that will I do.
Sir, I would speak with you. I'll see if I can get my husband's ring, which I did make him swear to keep forever.
Thou mayest, I warrant. We shall have old swearing that they did give them away to men, but we'll outface them and outswear them too. Be gone, thou knowest where I will tarry.
Come, good sir, will you show me to this house?
The moon shines bright on such a night as this, when the sweet wind did gently kiss the trees, and they did make no noise. In such a night, Troilus, methinks, mounted the Trojan walls, and sighed his soul towards the Grecian tents, where Cressid lay that night.
In such a night did Thisbe fearfully o'ertrip the dew, and saw the lion's shadow ere himself, and ran dismayed away.
In such a night stood Dido with a willow in her hand upon the wild sea banks, and waft her love to come again to Carthage.
In such a night did Medea gather the enchanted herbs that did renew old Ayrton.
In such a night did Jessica steal from the wealthy Jew, and with an unthrift love did run from Venice as far as Belmont.
In such a night did young Lorenzo swear he loved her well, stealing her soul with many a vow of faith, and never a true one.
In such a night did pretty Jessica, like a little shrew, slander her love. And he forgave her it. Who comes so fast in the silence of the night?
A friend.
A friend! What friend? Your name, I pray you, friend.
Stefano is my name, and I bring word my mistress will, before the break of day, be here at Belmont. She doth stray about by holy crosses, where she kneels and prays for happy wedlock hours.
Who goes with her?
None but a holy hermit and her maid. I pray you, is my master yet returned?
He is not, nor have we heard from him. But go we in, I pray thee, Jessica, and ceremoniously let us prepare some welcome for the mistress of the house. Sweet soul, let's in, and there expect thy coming. And yet, no matter, why should we go in? Friend Stefano, signify inside the house your mistress is at hand, and bring your music forth into the air. How sweet the moonlight sleeps upon this bank. Here will we sit, Jessica, and let the sounds of sweet music creep in our ears. Soft stillness and the night become the touches of sweet music. Look how the floor of heaven is thick inlaid with the patines of bright gold. There's not the smallest orb which thou beholdst, but in his motion, like an angel sings, still choiring to the young-eyed cherubims.
I am never merry when I hear sweet music.
The reason is, your spirits are attentive. For do but note a wild and wanton herd of savage and unhandled colts, fetching mad bounds, bellowing and neighing loud, which is the hot condition of their blood. If they hear perchance a trumpet sound, or any air of music touch their ears, you shall perceive them make a mutual stand, their savage eyes turned to a modest gaze by the power of sweet music. Oh. Mark the music.
That light we see is burning in my hall. How far that little candle throws his beams. So shines a good deed in a naughty world.
When the moon shone, we did not see the candle.
So doth the greater glory did the less. A substitute shines brightly as a king until the king be by, and then his state empties itself, as doth an inland brook into the main of waters. Music, hark.
It is your music, madam of the house.
Nothing is good, I see, without respect. Methinks it sounds much sweeter than by day.
Silence bestows that virtue on it, madam.
The crow doth sing as sweetly as the lark when neither is attended, and I think the nightingale, if she should sing by day when every goose is cackling, would be thought no better a musician than the wren. How many things by season seasoned are to their right praise and true perfection.
That is the voice, or I'm much deceived, of Portia.
He knows me as the blind man knows the cuckoo by the bad voice.
Dear lady, welcome home.
We have been praying for our husbands' healths, which speed we hope the better for our words. Are they returned?
They are not, but there is come a messenger before to signify their coming.
Go in, Nerissa, and give word to my servant to give no note at all of our being absent hence. Nor you, Lorenzo. Jessica, nor you.
Your husband is at hand. I can hear his trumpet. We are no telltales, madam, fear you not.
We should hold day with the Antipodes, if you would walk in absence of the sun.
You are welcome home, my lord.
Oh, thank you, madam. Give welcome to my friend. This is the woman. This is Antonia, to whom I am so infinitely bound.
You should in all sense be much bound to her, for as I hear, she was much bound for you.
No more than I am well acquitted of.
Madam, you are welcome to our house. It must appear in other ways than words, therefore I breathe this scanting courtesy.
Oh! By yonder moon, I swear you do me wrong. In faith, I gave it to the judge's clerk. I mean, would he were gelt that had it for my part, since you take it, love, so much at heart.
A quarrel? Ho? Already? What's the matter?
A hoop of gold. A paltry ring that she did give me, whose posy was for all the world like cutler's poetry upon a knife. Love me, and leave me not.
Oh, what talk you of the posy, or the value? You swore to me when I did give it to you that you should wear it till your hour of death, and that it should lie with you in your grave. No, not for me, yet for your vehement oath. You should have been respected and have kept it. Gave it to the judge's clerk. Oh no,
God's my judge. The clerk will never wear her on his faith that had it.
Well, he will, and if he lived to be a man.
Aye, if a woman lived to be a man.
Look, by this hand, I gave it to a youth. A kind of boy, a little scrubbered boy, no higher than myself. The judge's clerk, a poultry boy who begged it as a fee, and for all my heart I could not deny it him.
You were to blame. I must be plain with you to part so slightly with your wife's first gift. A thing stuck on with oaths upon your finger and so riveted with faith into your flesh. I gave my love a ring and made him swear never to part with it. And here he stands. I dare be sworn for him he would not leave it, nor pluck it from his finger for the wealth of the world masters. Now, in faith, Graziano, you give your wife too unkind a cause of grief, and were to me, I should be mad at it.
Why? I were best to cut my left hand off. I swear I lost the ring defending it.
My Lord Bassanio gave his ring away. Unto the judge that begged it, and indeed deserved it.
What ring gave you, my lord? Oh, not that I hope that you received of me.
If I could add a lie unto a fault, I would deny it. But you see my finger hath not the ring upon it. It is gone.
Even so void is your false heart of truth. By heaven, I will ne'er come in your bed until I see the ring.
Nor I in yours till I again see mine.
If you didn't know to whom I gave the ring, if you didn't know for whom I gave the ring, and would conceive for what I gave the ring, and how unwillingly I left the ring, when naught would be accepted but the ring, you would abate the strength of your displeasure.
If you had known the virtue of the ring, or half her worthiness that gave the ring, or your own honour to contain the ring, you would not then have parted with the ring! What man is there so much unreasonable to have wanted to have protected it with any terms of zeal? Nerissa teaches me what to believe. I'll die for it, but some woman had the ring!
No! By my honour, madam, by my soul, no woman had it, but a cleric doctor, which did refuse 3,000 ducats of me, and begged the ring, which I did deny him, and suffered him to go displeased away, even he that did uphold the very life of my dear friend. What should I say, sweet lady? My honour would not let ingratitude so much besmear it.
Let not that doctor e'er come near my house. I'll not deny him anything I have. No, not my body, nor my husband's bed. Know him I shall. I am well sure of it. Lie not a night from home. Watch me like Argus, if you do not. If I be left alone, now, by mine honour, which is yet mine own, I'll have that doctor for my bedfellow.
And I, his clerk, therefore be well advised how you do lead me to mine own protection.
Do ye so? And let me not take him then, for if I did, I'd mar the young clerk's pen.
I am the unhappy subject of these quarrels.
Madam, grieve you not. You are welcome, notwithstanding.
Portia, forgive me this enforced wrong, and in the hearing of these many friends, I swear to thee, even by thine own fair eyes, pardon this fault, and by my soul I swear, I never more will break an oath with thee.
I once did lend my body for his wealth, which but for him that had your husband's ring, had quite miscarried. I dare be bound again, my soul upon the forfeit, that your lord will never more break the faith advised me.
Then you shall be his surety. Give him this, and bid him keep it better than the other.
My lord Bassanio, swear to keep this ring.
By heaven! It is the same I gave the doctor.
Pardon me, Bassanio, for by this ring The doctor lay with me.
And pardon me, gentle Gratiano, for that same scrubbed boy, the doctor's clerk, in lieu of this last night did lie with me.
Well, this is like the mending of the highways in summer when the ways are fair enough. I mean, what? Are we cuckold and we've deserved it?
Hey! Speak not so grossly.
You are all amazed. Here is a letter. Read it at your leisure. It comes from Padua, Bellario. There you shall read that Portia was the doctor. Larissa there, her clerk. Lorenzo here shall witness I set forth as soon as you, and even but now returned. I have not yet entered my house. Antonio, you are welcome. And I have better news in store than you expect. Unseal this letter soon. There you shall read that 3 of your argosies are richly come to harm.
Oh, I am done.
Were you the doctor? And I knew you not.
Were you the clerk that was to make me cuckold?
Aye, but the clerk never means to do it unless he live until he be a man.
Sweet doctor, you shall be my bedfellow. And when I am absent, then lie with my wife.
Sweet lady, you have given me life and living. For here I read for certain that my ships are safely come to road.
Lorenzo! My clerk has some good news too for you.
Aye, and I'll give them him without a fee. There I do give to you and Jessica a special deed of gift from the rich Jew after her death of all she dies possessed.
Fair ladies, you drop manna in the way of starving people.
And yet I'm sure you are not yet satisfied of these events at full. Let us go in and charge us thereupon interrogatories, and we shall answer all things faithfully.
Let it be so. The first interrogatory on which my Narissa shall be sworn is whether until the next night she would rather stay, or go to bed now, being 2 hours till day. But were day come, I should wish it dark, that I were couching with the doctor's clerk. Well, while I live, I'll fear no other thing so sore as keeping safe Narissa's ring.
It is almost morning.